Welcome back to Catholic Bible Channel, where today I get the opportunity to review a huge Bible, a large print edition of the Ignatius Catholic Bible. So this is actually my mother, so I'm going to review this quickly before I have to return to her. You can see it has the Ignatius, sort of like the standard cover for the Ignatius Bible, representing the four Gospels. And this is actually a leather version of the same Bible. The contents are exactly the same. And just so you know, there is a leather version of the large print as well. And I'm going to guess the leather's going to be pretty nice because I've had this version for about 18 years and it's held up very, very well over that time. This is a compact version of the same Bible. This is brand new. It was a gift from my wife for Christmas, and I will also review it in the future, but this is the Catholic edition of the exact same Bible. This Bible, however, is really it's really huge. We'll start off here by showing you this kind of rice paper. It feels really nice. I wrote a little dedication to my mom there. There is nothing in this Bible but the Bible itself, which is a good thing. That's good. Here you have your ISBN numbers for those of you who are interested. I did look it up, and we're sitting at a size 14 point font, and it really is a large font. The only introduction we have in this Bible is the introduction to the translation. The translation is the RSV 2CE. Don't get that confused with the NRSV. Bishop Aaron uses that in the Word on Fire Bible. That's a very different translation in my opinion, even though they share the RSV title. The RSV 2CE is, in my opinion, the best translation available to folks who speak English. I say that with some limited knowledge. I've only read about 4 different translations, but Catholic biblical scholars like Scott Hahn, Dr. John Bergma, Jeff Cavins, and the like seem to prefer the RSV 2CE, and if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. This is not what the people in the United States use at Sunday Mass, but other English-speaking churches do use this edition for Sunday Mass. So there's an introduction to the translation of the Bible and how they arrived at the RSV 2CE. In short, the textual basis for the RSV 2CE is the King James Version of the Bible, but it has been updated with modern language, at least to the 1960s, with modern language and with respects to any new discoveries in biblical texts, such as the Dead Sea Scrolls. So here's our short introduction to the actual translation. Then we have a table of contents. And just a few pages later, we have Genesis. So, like I said, this is just the Bible. Now, just for a little bit of comparison's sake, I'm going to show you just how big this lettering is. A capitalized letter here is about 5 millimeters wide, and for those of you in the United States, we are almost at a 1/4 inch in the letter size, which is absolutely huge. It really does pop off the page. I mean, it's the kind of thing you can put on a table, and if you have good vision, you could read it standing 5 feet away, and I'm not exaggerating that. By comparison's sake, here's what a standard Bible size is. They're usually 9 or 10 print font, and you could see the letter size is radically different. I mean, like totally different. So there they are side by side. I'll go to Genesis 1. This is my Bible I've had for quite some time. And side by side, it's a very different reading experience. Okay. Now, one thing I found very interesting about this large print Bible, if I go to, let's say, I'm going to flip to sort of a random page. I'll go to page 150 to make the math easy on me. If I go to page 150 in the leather, we'll call it normal size print, I'm in Deuteronomy chapter 28. And the large print Bible is so big that it's literally double the size. So that was page 150. I'm going to flip to page 300. And you'll see Deuteronomy chapter 26. It's almost exactly double the size. It really is a large print font. Here's a good look at the Psalms and how they lay it out. They lay it out in 2 columns. And the Psalms, I think they look a little bit funny sometimes simply because the paragraphs sometimes kind of clash with one another, or almost clash with one another. I'm going to flip over to the New Testament really quick just to show you. Here's the end of Maccabees. Here. We get a page saying New Testament, telling us our New Testament books. And the New Testament. No introduction, no nothing. Not that kind of Bible. Not a study Bible. But if you are, we'll say, visually impaired, or you just want a big, giant, large print Bible, I cannot recommend this one enough. The paper's great. It's thick. There's very little bleed through. There's very little ghosting, and that feels good. That is very nice. The paper in the standard print is better. It's a little thicker, in my opinion. But some people don't like this cream colored paper. I happen to think it looks really, really great, but that's completely subjective. Either way, the large print Ignatius Press Bible is certainly a worthy candidate if you need a large print Bible.